I wanted to walk away. I wanted to leave the unsatisfying grind of life made of the useless things behind, to just ride off, live on the road, fill my days with the adventure and my soul with the satisfaction of helping our country. I had regrets, big ones. I never served in my military. Youthful temptation, distraction, and poor choices made sure of that. For over 2 years now, Scooter and I have been riding our lanes, breaking world moto records, enjoying the sunny days and fighting the most wicked of winter storms. Often I slept right next to my bike. I've used my travels to donate more than $300,000 to our nation's veterans and families. And to date, I've shared the open road with more riders than anyone alive. And my intent is to share them with you.
This store's been here for 38 years, and it came up for sale, and me and my partner, Scott Fisher, decided that it was in the heart of California, the San Fernando Valley, and be a great place to kind of buy a store and to get into the California culture. We're really about family. We're about riding together, doing life together, and I believe if you're a part of the community and you're doing what's right, then customers want to come and do business with you.
Top Rocker is a very unique dealership. Out of all the dealerships I've seen, there's a few that really stand out in my head as, you know, bikers. I consider myself a biker. I ride not to be flashy, I ride for the road, I ride for the people, I ride for the experience. And when you walk into their store, I feel like it's the same thing. They're not there to have the most flashy stuff to sell you. They're there to give you the experience. Bryan Carroll is one of those cool guys who is a lot like me in the fact that he's into inspiring people. That's what his whole movie about Why We Ride was, inspire people who've never ridden to try to let them understand and feel what it's like to put your leg over that bike. Bryan Carroll, man. Pleasure to meet you, sir. Very good, man. Pleasure's mine, man. Yeah, that Scooter back there hanging out, man. He's pretty cool.
Thank you so much for what you've been doing, man. It's so important what you're doing, and we have so much respect for you and just what you're doing with the cause and everything. I think it's just so awesome. It's pretty amazing. What Adam's done and the records he's set and what he's been doing for these last few years. I'm excited to be here and be part of this and get to share what we love to do.
Guys like you paving the way and bringing awareness to all the motorcycles is epic. So, I mean, you're a legend when it comes to the motorcycle community. I'm telling you, you are, and I'm just happy to meet you, man. So
no, this is awesome. Cool. I'm really excited, too, for the ride and get to share SoCal with me in the canyons, kind of where I grew up.
I'm pretty used to cornering with a bagger, so I should be able to hopefully keep up with you.
Yeah, we'll go grind the pegs a little bit. You know, one of the things I'm really looking forward to for this ride is I get to ride on a Harley. I grew up around him. My stepfather was an avid rider. He's one of these guys that would ride 800 miles in a day. I haven't been on one, I don't think, in probably 20 years.
I don't know how to turn this thing on. Yeah, that's some beautiful riding right there, man. I'll tell you what, that's gorgeous.
Check out the all-new BornToRide.com with radio, TV, industry, adventure, events, magazine, social media, and much more. It's the all-new BornToRide.com.
All right, Bryan, so tell me a little bit about what Bryan Carroll's been up to. I mean, what's been happening with you lately? I know you got the movie that just was released, how long ago?
Why We Ride came out in 2013, but it really hit in 2014. You know, it started as we were doing a documentary on a guy named Ed Kretz, because I wanted to do a movie about this guy who was the first guy to win Daytona. And we were up interviewing Ed Kretz Jr., who's another big AMA Hall of Famer. And about halfway through this conversation with him, I realized we weren't just talking about racing, we were talking about family and trips and the people we met, and it kind of got me thinking. I'm like, wait a minute, some of the best times of my life were on a motorcycle.
So tell me a little bit about this spot you brought me to right here. This is a very unique location. I mean, the energy here, the culture has got to be rich.
You know, it's growing up in Southern California. I moved here when I was a kid, and it was all about the canyons. We had basically this MotoGP track in our backyard, you know what I mean? So all of us learned kind of riding these canyons, and There was this place here called Grandstand. Before we even riding, our dad would bring me and my buddy Mike Davis up here and sit us here and we'd watch the bikes, you know, and watch everything because you'd see everything up here. You know, down below is a little place called the Rock Store, and that was kind of like the hub. So every Sunday, California's about riding through the canyons. We take off, ride a couple hours in the canyons, kind of meet at the Rock Store or past the Rock Store, and then we'd head up here. And what was really cool was what you saw up here. You saw everything coming through here, and the 80s was actually a really special time up here, what was going on.
It just seems like kind of a playground for power sports.
It is, it's like a giant moving museum.
I mean, we got bikes rolling by every second, different cars. I mean, really cool. I can't imagine sitting here as a kid and just soaking up. I mean, I know when I was a kid, I looked at Harleys and I looked at all these toys and thought, someday I'm gonna have one of these. I can't imagine sitting here as a kid. I really appreciate you taking me up here, man.
No, awesome, man.
This is way too cool. And I want to share with everybody out there what the Why We Ride movie looks like. I mean, this is it right here. If you see this helmet with all these different pictures in it, it's Why We Ride. You've probably seen it out there plenty of times. It's an epic documentary movie. You guys did a phenomenal job on it, man. I mean, really, really a nice piece. I've learned a lot just from watching this. So I just want to tell you all, go check it out online. And Bryan actually did something really cool today. He brought free movies for everybody that rode with us today. So I'm going to give you all a copy of Why We Ride. And yeah, man, for sure. Well, I think, what, are we going to do some more riding or what, guys? Y'all down? And ladies, of course.
Big kudos to Harley. I've not been on a Harley since I was a kid with my dad. He, you know, lived and breathed Harleys, and you know, going up out in the canyons, I didn't know what to expect. And Harley gave me that 2017 Roadster to ride, and what a fun bike for this kind of riding. Loved it. Just having the torque, carving through the canyon there, leaning that sucker over. Thank you, Harley. Big kudos, and a lot of fun. All I can say is fun, bro. That was awesome. Thanks so much, man. Had a great time,
Man. You get some great riding out here,
Oh,
buddy.
I'm telling you, man, the canyons and PCH, and we saw this amazing sunset tonight. I mean, that's definitely the period on the day, man.
Go from canyons to the water all in
It's
one
great.
day. I hope you know how good you got it, man.
Oh, no, we know we're spoiled, but I know you guys are going to be getting some rain,
Ugh.
so be careful tomorrow,
Yeah.
and enjoy the rest of the ride, man, up the coast. And just,
got it.
you know, this is a great place, but so great, and thank you so much for what you're doing for the vets and everything, man. That's just,
Dude.
I really appreciate it.
This is a friendship that'll last, man. I'll
Definitely,
be seeing
man.
you around.
I would too,
We'll
man.
be burning
You
some
take care.
rubber. All right, brother. Rock and roll.
See you up the coast.
All right, let's
Take
go.
care.
Born to Ride magazine, the hottest, baddest, most popular magazine for the biker lifestyle. Hard-hitting, action-packed, up-to-date, real content, exclusive stories and interviews that always leave you wanting more. Local and national coverage that you can always count on. Born to Ride magazine can now be delivered directly to your door. Only $39.95 for 12 issues. Order now. Order now. 888-795-5779 or check out BornToRide.com. Born to Ride.
I mean, you're talking about the flagship Harley-Davidson, the holy grail of Harley-Davidson motorcycles. Like, if I would have had this bike when I took my world record breaking trip, it would have changed the whole game for me. Man, I remember going down the highway and just thinking, man, this is the most comfortable bike ever. It's just holding the road solid. It's just smooth. The torque's there when I want it. It's the most beautiful thing I've ever ridden. There's just no two ways about it. Man, it did get cold out here, guys. All right, Natalie, so why did you pick this place?
I heard a lot about it from friends of mine that ride a lot. They told me this is the route to take. Come up here, check this place out. So my first time here, just as it is yours and a couple other people's. know, I went through a really bad accident at the end of April last year, and I almost lost my leg. And that was a really eye-opening experience to me because I went through months of, you know, physical therapy, which I'm still doing now. But as soon as I was able to start walking again, I bought another motorcycle. And all I've been looking forward to ever since then is taking more trips on it, just to be back on my motorcycle. And that's really what I'm looking forward to this weekend. It's just to hang out with people that have gone through the same experiences I have and to share that family unit on bikes and Harley-Davidsons.
The Old Springs Tavern.
Cold Springs.
Cold?
Tavern.
I can't read. I ride motorcycle real well. I don't read it quite as well. This place is really cool. I wonder how old it is. You think it? Let's take guesses.
100?
You think 100 years old?
Sure.
I go with 100.
100? I was gonna say 100, 120, minimum 100. Cold Springs was really cool. It was a little eerie, being an old stagecoach stop. Throws you back to, you start thinking about riding stagecoaches through those mountains. It was eerie for me on a powered motorcycle. I'm on a Harley-Davidson with a pack. Me, I can't imagine rolling through that on an old stagecoach. Matt,
Thank you so much.
this is awesome, man. You guys took such good care of us, man. I so appreciate it. That's really good and great recommendation on the rigs. All right, so what do we got? We got about 35 miles back? All right, let's roll out, man. So as we've started rolling into Flying Flags, the rain started coming. And that's when I was like, man, you know, tension started getting high because we started looking at, you know, what exactly was coming with this rain. It was gonna be serious.
Everyone was right, I was born to ride.
Born to Ride is a multimedia marketing and promotional machine with TV, magazines, streaming radio, and internet advertising opportunities. There are tens of thousands of motorcycles. We reach the people who ride them. Born to Ride. Find out more at borntoride.com.
Here in California, they haven't gotten rain in so long that creates mudslides and floods. It's not like raining up in the Midwest where I'm from. All the Top Rocker crews are gonna try to bang back and get back to Top Rocker tonight. Yeah, they got over 100 miles to put down. I'm lucky to have this place, man. This tent here they gave me is just awesome. It's gonna keep me dry, it's gonna keep Scooter dry. I spent 2 years traveling the country begging people to let me sleep on their couches, sleep behind gas stations, and you know, just anywhere I could crash. This is not a campground, this is a full-blown resort. And I'm gonna take some notes off of this place because this is the gold bar for any type of resort. So I'm gonna get some shut-eye, pray that they make it back safe, and hope that this storm clears up by the morning. Being on the road, you never know what to expect. From the sunshine to showers, to seeing some of California's greatest biker destinations, riding with some of the raddest people I've ever met, the adventure is what I live for. I'm grateful for every opportunity I've been given on these two wheels. I'm continuing my travels with meeting more new faces and taking the road by storm. I'm Adam Sandoval, and this is Kickstands Up. The next episode of Kickstands Up is with the Litas, and this is a rad group of biker girls, and we're gonna go out and see one of the coolest spots in all of California. It's Joshua Tree. It's coming up next. Don't miss it. We'll see you there.